God, Ray, this is awesome. So freaking awesome, man. She's running, guys. I just gotta throw a tune on this bitch. Welcome back to Bad Luck Garage. It is early Saturday morning. As you can tell, I look like I just woke up because I did. But the DR Nova's not in the garage anymore. Ray's over here sweeping. I wouldn't worry about dustpan. It's over here, but we got the DR Nova loaded up on the garage, we got the DR Nova loaded up on the trailer, and we're about to take it to get some exhaust put on it. I wasn't gonna film too much of this, but one of you was like, hey, make sure you take video, so here I am taking video. Not much to say. There's the Nova, there's the trailer, there's the strap, it's on there. Let's go to the exhaust shop. We loaded the Nova on the trailer backward because, well, we didn't want to start it yet. The last time we started it, it fouled all the plugs out, and I think it's because the oxygen sensors are right at the back of the open header. So now it shouldn't really affect it until it gets up to 160 degrees, because that's when it goes into closed loop, and that's what happened to us last time. Like it was running fine until the engine started warming up, and once it got warmed up, it started running really rich and missing. I think it just like fuel fouled the plugs. So we just decided to just winch it up on the trailer, since we've got this electric winch on the trailer now, and not try to start it till after we get the exhaust put on it. But, well, have we decided what kind? I think we're just going to wait till we get there and see what kind of mufflers they have. Yeah, because we're wanting to go, like, you know, we don't want to buy like a set of $100 MagnaFlows, but I was talking to a friend of mine, Zane, last night on the phone, and he was saying to check with the exhaust shop because they have like generic MagnaFlows now. So if they got something like that, we might get that. We're trying to get there right when they open, guys. That way we can pretty much get right in. How close are we to? Because they open in like 5 minutes, I think. Yeah. We're only about 5 minutes away.
Yeah, they're open right now.
Okay. Whoops. Well, maybe I should floor it. Just the trailer wagging behind the truck. Let's get there as fast as we can. Fly over these railroad tracks and around these curves. Shit, Mitch the other day, he was in, you know, Christie's new guy there. Yeah, Mitch was in the, shit, he's got like a 2500 dually.
Diesel.
Yeah, dually diesel. And he had a Mustang loaded on his trailer when I was behind him the other day, and we were running freaking 100 mile an hour, man. I'm not kidding. I was in the Corvette, and he was pulling a trailer doing 100, like around curves and shit. I was like, God damn, slow down, man. Fucking crazy ass. When we went to put the heads back on this engine after we had our little head gasket fiasco, Mitch let me borrow one of those digital torque wrenches that does angle and everything, so I wouldn't have to use my little angle gauge. And I gotta say, like, I was dreading putting those heads on because I hate using that torque angle gauge. But that freaking $700 digital snap-on, guys, oh my God, if you've never used one of those to do cylinder heads or main, you know, rod and mains on a LS engine, man, you don't know how bad you got it until somebody let you borrow one of those, because that thing was freaking awesome. That turned like what usually would have been like a 4-hour job into like less than a 2-hour job. I mean, yeah, I got to get one of those, Ray.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell my left nut and buy a fucking digital torque wrench. Left nut for sale.
A right nut to get you an impact.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell my left nut for a digital torque wrench and my right nut for a Milwaukee 1/2-inch drive impact. Hell, I'm married, man. I got 4 kids. I don't need them anymore anyway. Why hang on to them? I mean, why? I'll tell you what, Ray. I went, most of my adult life borrowing trucks from you and Mike whenever I needed a truck. I think it's mainly Mike. I used to get his all the time. Yeah, guys, like up until I got Steppenwolf from Ray, I'd never owned a truck in my life. And then after I got Steppenwolf, I bought this Avalanche, and I was like, man, why have I never owned a freaking truck? Because I've always been a sports car guy, you know, so I just never saw, you know, I never even thought about buying a truck. But I got this, and then I'm like, man, it's nice having a truck. And now, you know, after I got the truck, whenever I had to haul something like a car or furniture or anything that was too big for this Avalanche, I was always having to borrow trailers from, again, from Mike, you know. But then I would have to usually borrow it because his trailer is so freaking huge. This Avalanche didn't like pulling it. So I would have to borrow his truck with the trailer. But like this trailer was probably one of my favorite purchases. Because this is already like, what, the 3rd time we've used it? Well, we took it to use it a few times, but didn't get to use it. But it's so nice to just be able to, when you got to take a car somewhere like this and you don't want to drive it, just throw it on the trailer. Best $2,000 I ever spent. And then that winch you bought for it, holy shit, man, that thing's awesome. Yeah, guys, I've got a little 5,000-pound Harbor Freight winch on the trailer that Ray bought, because when we were going and looking at, you know, 3rd gen F bodies, we were gonna try to winch them up with a come along, and Ray's like, fuck that. Well, you can feel pretty secure about the work of a place when you pull up to get your exhaust done and start seeing stuff like this in the parking lot. Very nice. It's running rich, real rich. It's running stupid rich, Ray.
How much more can I get on the inside on the wheels?
Well, looks like you got a couple inches.
Yeah, looks like that.
Well, the shock though, the shock's closer than the leaf spring is.
Yeah.
As you can see from the last clip, the car is, I don't know what the hell's going on with it. I really don't. The first time we started it, you guys saw in the startup video, or the first start video, the first time we started it, it fired right up. It was running perfect. It was nice and smooth and everything, but we had the coolant leak. So we went back, put new head gaskets on it. Well, you didn't really see us do all that. I was just trying to hurry up and get it done. But the next time we fired it up, after doing the head gaskets, initially it ran great. Well, once it started to warm up, it developed a slight miss, and it just started dumping fuel. And I originally thought, I was like, well, maybe it's just the O2 sensors, because the the O2 sensors in the headers, the speed engineering headers, are like right at the end of the pipe, and maybe those oxygen sensors were reading all the extra air back there where they're, you know, where we were open header, and causing it to dump fuel, because I actually had that issue on Project Steppenwolf when I ran it open header. So I thought that was the deal. So we brought it over here. We never started it. I changed the plugs and everything in it. We put it on the trailer with the winch, and we brought it over here. Well, when we went to take it off the trailer, initially I told Ray, I was like, well, just start it. Don't let it warm up. Just start it, immediately put it in gear, drive it off the trailer. So that's what he did. The problem is, it's all of a sudden it's running like shit. He started it and it seemed okay at idle, but as soon as he put it in gear, it started whoa, whoa. You know, sounded like one of those freaking Australian freaking burnout machines. It was just lurching and loping like really hard, and running really rich. It didn't want to stay running, but he parked it. We sat here for a couple hours. We were waiting to get the car in, and as you guys saw in that clip, when he started it back up, it was immediately just dumping fuel. We had lots of gas smoke. The car was lurching like I was talking about. He kept having to give it gas every now and then because it sounded like it was going to die. So I'm not sure what's going on. The exhaust is almost finished at this point, and I wanted to give you guys a good exhaust clip. What we ended up going with is we took it down from 3-inch down to 2.5-inch pipe to an X pipe, then to a set of the new fake MagnaFlows. I don't know if you've heard of them, but my buddy Zane Hobbs called me last night, and he's like, hey, you know they make fake MagnaFlows now. So this exhaust shop actually had those in stock, so that's what we're running. Like I said, I wanted to give you guys an exhaust clip, but I don't know how the car is going to act when we try to start it back up. And I mean, obviously it's not going to be a good sounding exhaust clip if the damn thing doesn't want to run. So what I did is I went in the tune. I haven't flashed it yet, but I went in the tune. I added a little idle airflow, and I pulled 10% fuel everywhere. But again, this makes no sense because this is the base tune from Project Steppenwolf before the turbo, which was basically this exact same engine, the same cam, everything. The only difference is this engine's got a 0.5 point more compression because we changed out the pistons and rods. So not sure what's going on, guys, but there's a little update. They're almost done with the exhaust, so depending on what the car tries to do when we start it, I may or may not have an exhaust clip for you guys yet. Hey, calm down now, man. You gotta let the ring seat in. Holy shit.
I was just letting him get it.
Okay, guys, so here's what happened. Apparently it was just what I originally said, the O2 sensors, where they were right at the end of the pipes, because once we got the new exhaust on, it seems to be idling and running decent now. We probably need some gas, which is what we're doing right now. So we got so excited wanting to drive this thing, and it's raining, and I forgot the windshield wipers don't work. Like, I actually figured that out last night, that the windshield wipers weren't working. So it's probably not a good thing driving around in the rain. We definitely got some tuning issues, guys, as far as, you know, like when he comes to a sudden stop and stuff, it wants to die. So I gotta get all that worked out. But other than that, we seem to be doing pretty good. We got no windshield wiper. Oh shit, lady. Yeah, if that it's spun. Yeah, if that oil pressure gauge is right, I'm not liking that. I mean, it's like, I mean, I guess it's okay, but I would like to see it I'd like to see it at least up around 50 when you're just cruising. Just pull it right in the garage if you want to there. Just park it. I might let you drive it again soon.
How am I going?
You're good over here. You got plenty over here. Yeah, it's really quiet. Yeah, I drove 1 mile. Tax reading right. Speedometer is reading right. Or it seemed to be right anyway. It was, well, yeah, because you were doing about 40 down that side road there. Everything seems to be working right except for the voltometer over there. And I already tested that. I know for a fact it's the gauge. Because it's
The oil pressure ain't coming up. Yeah, it coming up.
yeah, rev it. Yeah, it goes up to 50 when you rev it. That, like I said, that's how my vet does too, man. It holds about between 25 and 30 when it's idling and it's warmed up. And then it gets up to about 45 or 50 at, you know, more RPM. I mean, I would like to see that higher. I'd like to see the oil pressure around, you know, minimum like 40 all the time, but I mean, that's within spec. According to GM, God, right? This is awesome. So freaking awesome, man. She's running, guys. I just gotta throw a tune on this bitch. So there you go. You can pretty much see where we're at with the Nova. She's running great, guys. I mean, I gotta fiddle around with the tune a little bit, try to tweak a few things, but for the most part, she's running good. We can drive her around now. We just got that stalling thing when we come to a stop. I'm pretty sure I already know how to take care of that, but anyway, I couldn't be happier. And like you saw in the video, this was another one of those things where I already knew what was wrong with it. I second guessed myself again, and it turns out I was right about the O2 sensors. So I'm happy that turned out the way it did. But you know, that's for you guys out there. You know, when you first start your projects, you're running open header. You know, there's a prime example. If your O2 sensors are right at the back of the header and your shit's dumping fuel, running like crap, now you know why. The same thing happened to me with Project Steppenwolf, only I actually drove Steppenwolf all the way to the exhaust shop open header running like shit. But it was the same scenario, guys. Once I got the exhaust put on, it just, you know, magically it was running perfect. I want to kind of apologize for the video quality in those last few clips though. So here's what happened. We came home and it, like, literally as soon as we got it off the trailer, I was like, let's take it for a ride. Let's go drive this bitch. And I forgot my GoPro, so I had to kind of film with my iPhone there, so that's why the video quality dropped really bad. But anyway, that about wraps up this video. So I'm going to get this edited, get it uploaded for you guys. In the meantime, get out in the garage, get something done, and I'll see you next time here on Bad Luck Garage.